Good morning. Welcome back to the farm here. We've got a busy day today. So lots going on, lots of things to try and get done. We'll see how far we actually make it. So might work on the planter a little bit here later today because we're almost done with it. I got the seed firmers that I need, although Phil tells me there's another one missing. So I was short about 3 of these. I bought 3 of them. Phil tells me there's 4 that we need. So I'm like, oh, crap. So I got to see if we're actually short another one or what. Either way, we can put those last 3 rows back together and be done with this. We've got a couple of gauge wheels to put back together. No big deal. Phil got the hydraulic hose changed on here that we needed to yesterday, so that is good. And yeah, we're in pretty good shape here with this. However, before we work on this, I need to go treat some beans. All right, so we're gonna treat some beans here this morning. I tapped a new keg because our other one was empty. I haven't decided if I should cut that plastic wrap and pull the empties off there. We're just gonna use them all up where they sit. And then we'll just leave them wrapped up and send them back. I can send the empty kegs back once they're empty. So yeah, we got several more kegs that need to show up yet. I need to probably make a phone call and be like, hey, I'm gonna need these, so. Anyway, no inoculant on these beans, so we don't need to worry about that. We have 9 boxes we're gonna do here this morning, and we'll get stuff started. So I lost my box lid opener tool that I had last year that was really nice, the yellow one. So I bought a new one, and they have a new style, and it's got this 90 on the end. And honestly, I'm not so sure. I like it. We'll try it out here. But the old one that was straight was much better. It was easier to get on these tabs. It works. It's just, you gotta put your hand way down here to get it shoved in there and then pull on the end. When it was straight, you just jam it in there and prop and go. It was faster. So, not a great upgrade, Farm Chem. Plus, these are not tapered. On the old one, they were tapered, so they would fit under these tabs better. And the edges on this are sharp. I don't love it. That's way harder to get in there. Supposedly, look at that. Come on. It's more useful because you can put it under here and use it to pry the lids off, which sometimes they do get stuck. So I can see that, but we're gonna bend this up. I've done 3 boxes and it's already bent. Looks like they cheapened up the manufacturing process. Less refined product. Thinner. Yeah. No good. My side cut pliers were almost better than that one. I think I can fix it a little bit. We'll grind the edges down, sand or soften them up. And I don't know if we should try and bend that back straight. It's going to be a weak spot then. I'll have to reinforce it somehow. I can shave these edges down though. One day last summer I got a call or an email from a rep that sells some seed treatment additive type stuff. I've never used much for polymers or additives. I've always just kind of stuck with the base Duramax Apex seed treatment. It's a really good one, and then where we need to add in additional products that, you know, do something, have some effectiveness, like Saltro, like the inoculant, the heads up, that kind of stuff. I've used them where necessary or where desired. However, they also make, there's a lot of things, well, I guess the glitter is a good example, right? So I have this dry additive feeder on my treater here. We haven't used it at all yet this spring, but if you remember from years past, basically we have this hopper, and I can put in some titanium dioxide in there, which is a shiny metallic powder, or, yeah, I call it glitter. It's in those boxes over there, and it gives our beans a little bit of a shiny shimmer or sheen to it, and maybe helps dry up some of the liquid a little bit. Doesn't really do anything agronomically, doesn't really help with making the beans flow better or do anything other than cosmetics, right? So I don't use that a lot. I'm trying to get rid of that stuff so I don't have to use it anymore because I really hate doing that. However, there are a lot of other little additive things that you can put in to try and improve the quality and the job that you're doing with the treater. polymers and additives and oils and all of those kind of things. So anyway, this rep reached out to me last summer, asked me if I had any interest in that kind of stuff, and I sort of said, I've never used it, don't really see the need for it, but I wouldn't be opposed to trying it. I've always kind of been curious, especially with some of these polymers and what they do. So he sent me a box of this product called Free Flow. Callow is the company name. Is that on here? AgriLead. I don't know. It was from the company's name that they sent it to me was Callow. K-A-L-O, something like that. Anyway, so this is a polymer additive that we put in, and what does it say? Does it tell you why on here? Does not. General. Nope. Nothing about why on here. But what the idea here, from what I understand, is we are trying to improve dust off. Basically, it helps make the treatment stick a little bit better, kind of glues it to the seed a little bit better than what it will by itself, maybe, and to improve coverage and make the beans look a little bit better coming out. Now, I don't think our beans look bad at all coming out of the treater, but what the heck, let's try it. So the recommended rate on this, it's quite a wide range, 0.25 to 3 fluid ounces per 100 pounds of seed. That's a wide range, a really, really wide range. Now, I've been told stay at the low end of that, and so I'm going to go ahead and use some of this today. The problem with using this is now I have to measure stuff because we're going to mix it into our Duramax tank, and instead of just pumping it directly in there and letting that meter out, well, now we've got to get the ratio right. And so we're only doing 9 boxes, so that's not too bad. We need basically 5.5 gallons of the Duramax Apex. So I am measuring that out, putting it in there, and then we'll measure out exactly what we need of this Free Flow additive, put that in the tank as well. We'll treat this run of beans, these 3 lots, 3 different varieties, and we'll just see what they look like, see if there's any difference to them, see if it's noticeable at all, and whether or not it's something that I want to continue to do. We'll use up the product that we've got, but I don't know if it's something that I need to keep buying in the future or not. That's what we're testing here. All right, I called the rep for this company just to ask and make sure that I was right in my rates and what I wanted to do and stuff, and so I am. So we're measuring out our 5 gallons. We've got 3 gallons put in, or 3.5 gallons put in there, and we're going to use 90 ounces of the Free Flow for that. So that would be it would be a 0.5 ounce per unit rate, not a 0.25. So basically double what the minimum is, but like I said, it was 0.25 to 3. So he said they like to see 1/4 ounce per unit. Is that right? Yeah, 1/4 ounce per unit. Sorry, 0.5 per 100 weight, but the seed size, yeah. So we're going to run 1/4 ounce per unit, which is double the minimum. Yeah, that's what I said. So that'd be 90 ounces of the Free Flow for our 360 units of beans that we're going to treat here today. He also said a lot of his guys are running the glitter or some kind of dry finisher with theirs. He said you don't have to, and it's not necessary. I said, well, I don't really like using that stuff, but given that that's something that works with it and that it helps reduce dust off and stuff, I might try it. We might put some glitter in and run, the last few boxes of the run with it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes here. If this stuff becomes something that I am using on a regular basis, what I would love to be able to do is pre-mix it in my kegs. So these are 15-gallon kegs here, and obviously they're probably pretty full when we start. However, over there, I have an empty 30-gallon keg from wheat. And what would work really awesome is to just pump one of those small kegs into that, dump in enough of the Free Flow to treat what a full 15 gallons would do, and then let it recirculate and mix in the big keg, pump that directly into my treater so that I don't have to worry about measuring every time, because that's where this is going to be a problem, is if I have to measure out every single batch, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. So, however, a premix like that would, or something that I can do ahead of time, would be easy to do and allow me to mix it in without slowing me down too much. So we're trying it this way first, but that's the long-term answer if we're going to keep using it. Okay, I measured out our 90. This stuff is very fluid. It looks really thick and gloppy, like kind of like our Saltro. It's got that same color, but it's very, very fluid. Almost behaves more like water. So I'm using it to rinse out my container here a little bit. This is the problem with measuring stuff, is then you got to rinse out your containers. Yeah, pretty thin. That's interesting. We are going to have to calibrate our pump again, make sure it's going to flow the same, put in the new recipe on our computer over here. We'll let that drip out for a little while. All right, I'm pretty sure what I said to you earlier was right, but then I was double second guessing myself as I'm entering it into the computer here. So he told me a ½ ounce per hundredweight, which is what I had said, I'm pretty sure. The problem is that when I'm blending it with my Apex that we're treating on a per unit basis, not a hundredweight basis, we have to convert 0.5 per hundredweight into per unit. And that's fine when we have a given seed size on a single batch, but we're going to run three different varieties here and have 3 different seed sizes. So we're just going to go with the 1/4 ounce per unit rate, which will be a little heavy on the small beans, maybe a little light on the bigger beans, but I have to do it that way. So 1.95 of Apex plus our 0.25 of Free Flow gives us a total rate out of that tank of 2.2 ounces per seed count unit. So we've got all that entered in there. Now we just got to calibrate it, and then we should be ready to go. This is where we do our catch test. Let the pump run for 30 seconds, see how much is in the container versus what the computer says is in the container. I did run our agitation for quite a while, recirculated through the pump, so we made sure that we had good mixture and everything is homogenized before we did this. Looks just shy of 34. I would be okay calling that 34, anywhere between 31.75 and, no, that's, yeah, 32, 33, 34, yeah. Anywhere between 33.75 and 34. What's our computer say? 34.37, so it's a little bit high. So cal tube total, we're going to call it 33.9. Update our ratio. Do it again. Okay, we got our calibration good, and we're running our first box. They look pretty similar. I turned our water almost all the way down. I don't know. The Free Flow is going to replace most of our water, especially with the smaller beans. So, a couple of things I'm looking for here. One, coverage. Obviously, we need it to be good. It's been pretty good. I don't expect that to change. Two, do the beans clean out of the auger any different? Do they come falling out the bottom a little bit faster because they're less sticky with the Free Flow in there? Or are they worse because of the Free Flow? I don't know. Two, after we set these boxes over there and they have a chance to dry for, 20 minutes or half an hour, and I go over there and dig through them, do they bridge up like they were before, or do they kind of fall apart a little bit easier? Those are the metrics we're going to use to determine whether this is helping or not. Well, I got the first run done, the first 3 boxes. Coverage looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way the beans look. I wasn't displeased with the way they looked before, though. It's taken a minute to get them, but now they're all starting to come out of the auger. Once that coating dries, they seem to be coming out a little bit better. I was ready to say there was no difference, but now all of a sudden, after it's been running for about 2 minutes, they start pouring out of there, and it's going to clean out pretty good. I don't know. Hard to say right now whether we're making any difference or not. Got the next 4 boxes out. We'll get these lids off and ready to go. These first boxes have been sitting for a while here. Let's see if they're all stuck together or not. A little bit. Still bridging up. I don't know. I don't know that that Free Flow's doing much for us. I mean, they break right apart, right? And as soon as they do, they're fine, but it's not like they're not stuck at all. I don't think it's hurting anything, but I don't know if it's helping much. I know the plastic bag's going to make it a little hard to tell, but these two are the exact same bean. One with the Free Flow, one without. Apex with Free Flow. Any difference? boxes here. These are our baby beans, our little BB ones. We're just going to run 2 of them. See if this makes any difference. They look good coming out, but I've always thought they look good coming out, so I don't know that tells me much. Decided not to do any glitter. We will make a run with some glitter, but this gives me 3 good different lot numbers and seed sizes to compare coverage and stuff too, based on the samples that I did earlier without the free flow in. And the glitter is another variable, so I just decided to leave it out in this run. All right, well, there's our 9 boxes. We weren't real efficient today. It took a little while because I was mixing stuff up and testing and doing all other stuff, but we got done what we needed to do. It is just about lunchtime, so I'm going to go grab something to eat. I also have 3 sample packets that we need to get sent in. And I've been looking for a box, and I have one finally, so I'm going to do that, and we'll run them to the UPS drop-off probably. And then we'll see about working in the shop here a little bit until we go deliver that seed. All right, so I'm back. I have my seed samples all packaged up. We're going to go and drop these off because then it'll warm up my truck, and then we're going to try and pull it in the shop here. I think I can get it in. I don't know. What do you think? Going to be a little tight here, but we're going to try and see if we can't pull the truck in right here just enough that we can get in and change the engine oil in it when we get back, and then we'll go try and make our delivery. We aren't making much progress on the planner. We'll see if we get time to work on that or not here later, but it's okay. That's the least of the priorities right now. All right, let's see if we fit. We can fold our mirrors in here. That'll help. Oh, yeah. We're going to make it. I don't know if I'll be able to get out, but we'll make it in. I mean, out of the door here. Perfect. First oil change. I am well aware that I could take this to a Chevy dealer and have them do it. The dealer I bought it from is a long ways away. I'm not going there. And frankly, I don't really care to take it to a dealer unless I have to. I can change oil. I'm perfectly capable, and I trust myself. Sometimes more than I trust dealers. This one should be pretty straightforward, but you know, you get what I mean. Occurs to me, I have no idea what the capacity is of this, so I got out the book, 6.6 liter Duramax diesel engine supplement book or guide here. Engine oil with filter, 10 quarts. Okay, well that'll fit in my pan. What do you suppose size we've got on the drain plug? Let's take a 15 and a 13 and an adjustable. It'll be one of those. Guaranteed. Not guaranteed. Why are my lights still on? Okay. Light. There we go. Good news. The drain plug is easy to get to. Looks more like a 15 than a 13. If I can find it. Got it. Oh, it's just going to start dripping. Okay. I'm going to need some rags. Oh, trying to reach. Got it. Ah, dang it. Get that out of there. It is a little warm. Okay. Okay, well, we've let that drain for a little bit. We got to find our oil filter. I think it's on the other side. It's right up there. I should be on the other side. Might even be able to get this to drip into my pan in both spots, or I can just get another one. Okay, let's go around. Oop, okay. Right up there's our oil filter. Yeah, we're not going to catch it in the same pan, but that's okay. I went and got another one. Push this one back over. Put that one under there, man. It's wide open. You can just get right to it. Can I twist it? Not with that hand very well. Okay, I need my other hand. Here, you guys, just. Okay, hold on. Let me get it broke loose. Alright, I had to get a filter wrench out, but we've got it loose. Gonna get some oil. Yeah. Helps when you get it in a bucket. All right, let that drain. I topped off the washer fluid. Checked all the rest of this stuff. Everything looks pretty good. We don't need to worry about an air filter yet. We got 7,000 miles. We don't need to worry about a cab air filter. I should clean the cab out a little bit. Shop back a little bit. And I should rotate the tires. I know I should do that, but we're not going to. We're just going to run them. So here's what it is. Ooh. So the truck comes with a AC Delco oil filter on it, and I tried to buy one of those, but the place I stopped yesterday didn't have any. They were out of that size in AC Delco, so we ended up with an STP filter. It should be fine, right? Got our filter and drain plug put back in. We got oil going in here. 10 quarts. Straight out of the bulk tank with the 15W40 plus 52 Deere oil. That's what we're running. 15W40. All right, oil's back in it. I think everything's good. Check the level. Looks good. She's dirty. Otherwise in good shape. All right, so let's see if I can deliver that seed now. It's 2:30. Be 3:30 before we get there. Yeah. We are good to go again. The engine oil life computer was at 6%, so I didn't even run it all the way to 0. Right at 6,697 miles. All right, that guy said he would take those beans, so we got to hook onto our trailer. I highly recommend you program your shop garage doors to your in-car or in-vehicle openers. That works slick. We're going to hook onto the trailer and head on out. It's 3 o'clock. It took him a while to respond to me, so I had to wait and make sure. Made it back from our delivery. Ooh, Dad's got a fire over there. Been working on his trees when it's dry enough or cold enough. Getting there. Anyway, we got to move some boxes out of the way so we could back our trailer in here and load it up. Well, there's our beans that we treated today. All of these, and one untreated box up there, go to a customer with that corn. These two go to another customer with the pallet of corn back over there. And then I loaded the trailer up. These are actually untreated beans. This is one of the very few customers that I have that plants untreated beans. I think I only have 2 or 3 total. And he gets all of this corn as well, plus another 4 more boxes, some more boxes. So we're loading this up for the first load. We're going to take it tomorrow mornings. So I actually have a meeting tomorrow up north east of Lansing, just a little bit. And this guy is basically on the way. Like, I was going to be driving within 5 miles of his place to go to this meeting. And so I thought, well, rather than go up there just with the truck and come all the way back and get the trailer and take his seed, I'm going to take the trailer with the load of his seed on it. We're going to get that unloaded, drop the trailer in his yard. I asked him if that would be okay. He said yes. Go to my meeting, come back, pick it up, and then I'll take the second load up on Friday morning. So that's our plan. Well, that's ready for the morning. We're going to leave her parked inside there. So thanks for watching today, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you're watching this Thursday morning first thing, you probably still got time to get into our ESPN Tournament Challenge bracket deal to win the $100 gift certificate to Farm Focus. Go check that out. If it's after that, how's your brackets doing? So we'll see how the tournament starts off here tomorrow. But anyway, have a great night. Tomorrow morning I'm going to take that, and then I've got that meeting, and then I'm going to come back and maybe load up again. So there's probably not going to be enough to film a video. I might do a little bit and throw it in with Friday, because Friday will be more deliveries, more of the same. So anyway, have a good one. We'll see you sometime.